What's up, dummies? You want to watch some basketball? We'll watch some basketball and talk some football. How about that? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Yeah. Happy Thursday. Alabama and BYU coming up in about 10 minutes. Maryland and Florida coming up in about 30 minutes. We'll hang out and watch those two games tonight. I put a poll up. Y'all voted. The poll was tied 50-50. Over or under 83 points in the first half. 16 votes for each. So I don't know what to do. Over or under 83 points in the first half. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I guess I'll cast a tie-breaking vote. And we are going to go over. We'll go over. What's up, everybody? Robert, Rocky Top, Project Dynasty, Daniel Joseph, Sam, Hector, Hogman, Bowman 101. What's up, buddy? Matt Dummett, Pigskin Pete. Lou, they just kicked me out of the casino for 24 hours for winning too much. No way. Shut up. The lady's doing all right. She had a minor surgical routine the other day, but she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. BYU will upset Alabama, says Dylan. I've seen a lot of people taking BYU plus the points. Anybody rooting for Coach Beard and Ole Miss? I don't even know. I don't even know what you're talking about, Hector. Tennessee plays tomorrow. Texas Tech -5.5 and Duke -9.5. Says David. Arizona is winning. What's up, Zona Man? What's up, Zona Man? That'd be a big upset if Arizona knocked off the Dukies. Big upset. What's going on, Brett? Thoughts on Georgia player getting arrested again? Same as the last video I made last offseason. I haven't changed my mind. Who would you like to see win the Natty if you had to choose one team? You talking about in basketball? I don't care. I don't have a favorite team or a least favorite team or whatever. I don't give a shit about college basketball outside of gambling on it. I don't have a favorite team, so I really don't care. Can the SEC get 4 teams to the Final Four? I think they have a team left in all 4 of the things, so it's possible. Probably not likely. I don't trust SEC teams that haven't won the Natty since 2012. Gets us through till football. Yeah, I even watched a little bit of baseball today. The Yankees and Brewers came on at 3 o'clock. I even watched a little bit of that today. Made some money on the Yankees today. I'm 3-1 betting baseball today. 3-1. You know who screwed me? The Mets. Fuck the Mets. I had the Mets, they lost. But I hit on the Yankees. I hit on the Red Sox. Hit on the Orioles. No, I'm 4-1. I hit on the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Orioles, and Pittsburgh Pirates in the first 5 innings. I'm 4-1 on baseball today. The only game I have left is the Mariners. I have the Mariners tonight in baseball. Yeah, Baltimore scored, 20 runs today? Or, I don't know, I'm exaggerating. They had scored 12 the last time I looked. Whoever wins, Duke or Houston, will win the championship. Those are 2 good teams. 2 good teams. Duke probably the best all-around team. Houston probably the best defensive team. Florida probably the best offensive team. You're going to the Mariners game tonight? Get us a win, man. Get us a win. The Pay Lou movement's got money on the Mariners tonight. Get us a win. How do you bet on a sport you don't watch? Well, I watch it if I'm betting on it. I'll watch college basketball I'll watch anything if I'm betting on it. That's what I have. The Mariners -1.5. All the other bets I made in baseball today were run line bets or money line bets. I had all those other teams on the money line. I've got the Mariners on the run line at -1.5. I know college football has a commercial problem, but college basketball, the commercials are ridiculous. Yeah. Would you bet on pickleball? Not unless I was watching it on TV. Yeah, Pete's right. Watching a sport has nothing to do with winning or losing the bet, and that's 100% right. Is Gunner your starter next year? Is Georgia's starter? Yeah. FSU is getting a new TV at the stadium with the new ACC contract. That's amazing. I don't watch basketball, but stop by to support the best college football YouTuber on the app. Can't wait football season. Hook 'em. What's up, Greenwood Envy? We're talking football in here, bud. If you want to stick around, we're talking football. There's just no football on. So we got basketball on, but we're talking football in here. Thank you for hitting the super chat, though, man. I do appreciate that. It's rough in the off season. It's hard out here. So I appreciate you supporting the channel with the super chat, man. That means a lot. That means a lot. Still waiting on the game to start. Hey, Ohio, what's up, buddy? I did an Ohio State video for you yesterday. I think it was yesterday. This is the greatest shirt ever made, by the way. It's not up for debate. It's not an opinion. It's a scientifically proven fact. This is the greatest t-shirt ever made. The hardest t-shirt ever made, too. How often do you watch Major League Baseball? Not very often. First of all, there's not very many games on TV. And no, I'm not a Braves fan. I don't have a favorite team in any sport other than college football. If I'm betting on a baseball game and it's on TV, I might watch some of it. BYU and Bama in Newark, New Jersey. Duke and Arizona in Newark after that. The other two games tonight, Florida and Maryland coming up at around 7:30. And then Texas Tech and Arkansas tonight around 9:30 or 10. Yeah, facts. Big facts. I need to watch the Ohio State video so I know who Lou picked week 1. Oh, it's not a prediction video. I don't do my predictions until I start doing prediction videos around the end of May. End of May, beginning of June. Way too early to do prediction videos. You still got spring practice, spring games. There's another transfer portal window at the end of April, beginning of May. So the rosters really aren't even set yet. So I don't start doing predictions till around the end of May. I mean, you can make some general assumptions. You know, Ohio State's probably going to be a pretty good team. You know, whatever. Texas probably going to be a pretty good team. Clemson probably going to be a pretty good team. Florida State probably still going to be in the ACC. You know, that kind of thing. Oh, you thought I was Duke? Yeah, had the BY Jew out there in the two different colors of blue there, the dark blue and the light blue. I guess that second portal will go away in 2026. Not a single head coach likes it. I haven't heard that it's not up to the coaches whether it goes away. I'm not sure what you mean. The coaches don't have anything to do with when the portal is or whatever. Good morning and that, everyone. Glad y'all had a great time while out here in Vegas. They had me working 11-hour shifts and I couldn't turn that money down. Man, we were there for 7 days. You couldn't come say hi, man. That's fucked up. It is what it is. It is what it is. We had fun without you, though. Who do I have winning tonight? I think Bama wins this one in a high-scoring game. I think Florida will handle Maryland fairly easily. I think this could be a good game, though. I think this could be a good, exciting, fast-paced, high-scoring game, but I think Bama will win it in the end. Florida, I think, probably covers the number. I like Texas Tech over Arkansas tonight, and I like Duke over Arizona. How many one-round picks do you see Georgia getting this year? 2, maybe. I mean, maybe 3. It's always possible some team reaches for some player at a position they really need or something like that, but probably 2, maybe 3. I think Malachi Starks deserves to be drafted in the first round. I think Michael Williams is good enough to be drafted in the first round, and I think Jalen Walker is good enough to be drafted in the first round. So those 3, probably. And then you never know if, like, an offensive lineman sneaks in there somewhere. Something like that. That 40-year-old man with a mustache for Alabama gets the first points of the game. The Gump-Tards up 2-0 early over to BYU. BYU from the corner for 3, no good. Clanks it off the rim. Mustache man with the rebound, and he brings it down the floor. Do you think there are any cities, states that should get a professional sports team, more specifically in the Southeast? I can't really think of any major metro areas in the Southeast that don't have a sports team already that could support one. Uh-oh. BYU with a 3. 4-3 the score. Bama up 1 early in this one. Long 3 from the hamster, Searles or Sears, whatever the fuck that little bitty gerbil's name is that plays for Bama. BYU, another 3, no good. Bama with the rebound. Boy, this is a breakneck pace early in this one. Bama with possession at the top of the key. Dribble, dribble, dribble into the lane. Gotta have it stolen. Took it right away took his lunch money. Wow. Stuck his hand right in his pocket and literally took his lunch money. There was nothing he could do about it. BYU in the paint now. Floater is good. And the BYU takes their first lead of the game. 5-4 over the Gump-Tard. You betting on this one, Lou? I've got the over in this one. And the comment section has over in the first half. BYU with another bucket, 7-4. What's Bama doing? Give it to that fucking gerbil. There you go. The gerbil's got the ball. No, he passes it. Another turnover. What in the fuck? Come on, hamster man. The BYU up and in. Another easy layup. 9-4. The Mormons are all over the Gump-Tards early in this one. Mustache man misses a layup for Alabama. But I think did they get somebody on a foul? I don't know what the hell that was. I don't know what Bama's doing here. They let a white boy with a headband intercept a pass, and he passed it to another white boy who laid it in. This is humiliating. Going to be lots of soaking on BYU campus tonight. What does that mean? Is that a Mormon thing? Bama with the ball, but they're down 11-6. The hamster's got the ball. Long three-pointer. Drains it. Nice shot by the gerbil that time, whatever his name is, that little bitty guard for Alabama. 14-6 is the score, though. No. Wait a minute. The fuck are they doing with the score? Do y'all see them fucking with the score on the TV? It said 14-6. Now it says 11-9. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I guess it's 11-9. They keep changing the score randomly on the TV. What the fuck are they doing? CBS needs to get their shit together. BYU on a break. They pass it to Headband Man. Passes it to the top of the key. BYU's only black guy passes it to the only other black guy, and he dunks it. 16 minutes to go in the first half. 13-9. Bama for 3 again. Drains it. 13-12 now the score. How much do I have to super chat for General Voltard to make an appearance? Right now, a lot of it'd have to be a super chat. Well, first of all, when you do a super chat, YouTube steals half of it. So for a super chat, $200, or you can send 100 to the PayPal or the Cash App. They did that last week with BYU's game against Wisconsin. I think they got it fixed now, but the scoreboard was going fucking nuts on the TV. I don't know if y'all are watching this game on TV and noticed it or not, but the actual score is 13-12. Commercial break now in the game. Do we need to put any bets in on the Florida game? Do I need to make a poll for y'all on the Florida game? I'm pretty sure I do. What do we have? Florida would like to buy this, that, and the other thing too, and that, and this, and this, and the other, and that, and two. All right. Let's go. What's the line? Florida -6.5. I'm gonna make a poll for y'all on the Florida game, and whichever way y'all vote, I'll put a bet in for that. Florida -6.5. That means they've got to win. For those of y'all that don't gamble, Florida -6.5 means they've got to win the game by more than 6.5 points. Or you can get Maryland +6.5, which means Maryland either has to win the game or lose by less than 6.5. So I'll put the poll up. Y'all vote. We'll leave it open for about 5 minutes because the game starts in about 20 minutes. Justin Ashley, what's up, buddy? Y'all make sure you hit the thumbs up, too, if you just came in here. That's a big help to the live stream. But it doesn't cost you anything, either. It's literally free. Yeah, it's true. Don't make me do like I do during football season where y'all get me all mad and I have to threaten to quit just to make you hit the thumbs up. Let's not do that. Just hit the thumbs up out of the kindness of your heart. How about that? How about that? Kindness in my heart, how about that? Whee! I miss live streaming. Well, really what I miss is hanging out with y'all. But the only time I get to hang out with y'all is when I'm live streaming. So yeah, I miss live streaming. Is FSU still in the ACC? Yes. Yes. But according to Twitter today, they're leaving the ACC in August of this year. So I've been on Twitter. I spent an hour on Twitter today calling 100 different people mentally retarded. But yeah, according to FSU Twitter, they're leaving this August. Yeah, Justin, it's good to see y'all in here, man. I always have a good time on these streams, no matter what we end up talking about or which direction the streams go. I always have a good time in here. I'm going to have to refill my coffee here in a minute. Normally the lady would do it, but she's down bad with these kidney stones. Calling 100 people mentally retarded doing the Lord's work. Well, it would have been more, but that's all I could find on there at the time. But there's definitely more than 100 Florida State fans that are mentally retarded, but not all of them were on Twitter at the time. FSU joining the NFC South, yeah. All right, game back on. BYU with the ball in a 1-point lead, 13-12. The floater is good. Make it 15. 3-point lead for the BYU. All right? All right. Bama with the ball. The hamster has it. Is he going to take another long three? He's dribble, dribble, dribble. Dishes it to the wing for 3. Drains it. All tied up 15 apiece. Boy, y'all are looking like gold on your over 83. If this pace keeps up, they might score 100 in the first half. Never mind the over 83 that y'all took. BYU off the backboard, up and in. Headband man scores again for the BYU. 2-point lead. Gumptard with the ball. Dribble into the lane. Wild looking nothing. That's got to be a jump ball, man. Somebody's going to get hurt. Call a damn jump ball. What's the ref waiting on? Somebody to come off the top rope with a flying elbow? They did finally call a jump ball, and it'll be Alabama's ball. Alabama's a basketball skew. Well, they definitely ain't a football skew. They lost to 3 unranked teams. God damn. That is down bad there, boy. How you losing to 3 unranked teams? God dang. Dang. They might be a basketball skew. Bama drains another 3. Bama's hot from three-point land. Their first lead of the game, 18-17 now to Gumptards up over to BYU with 14 minutes to go. Turnaround jumper, no good for BYU. Rare missed shot for the Mormon man. Alabama with a rebound, brings it down the floor to the corner. Dribble, dribble, back up to the wing. Hamster, long 3, drains it. Gerbil man, good from way downtown. 21-17 to Gumps up now over to BYU. Air ball from 4 feet away from a white guy for BYU. That's a DEI hire. That white boy on BYU's team, DEI. Long 3 for Bama. In and out, no good. Bama does come down with the rebound, though. No, ref says out of bounds, dummy. BYU's ball. What's my picks? You mean just to win the game? Just to win the games, I've got Bama, Florida, Texas Tech, and Duke. What's up, Rodney? How do you count half points in betting? Well, let's say you got to win by more than 7.5. That would be 8. 8 is more than 7.5. So if you've got some team minus 7.5 and they win by 8, you win the bet. They win by 7, you lose the bet. It's a more or less than thing. Wet Blanket says, I hope the BYU wins. I think it's going to be an entertaining game like this, pretty much back and forth the whole way. High scoring, too, I hope. And so far, so good on the high scoring deal. They're already at 40 points with 13 minutes to go in the first half. Look up soaking. No. No. Come on, Maryland beat Florida today, says Sharice. Sharice, you're not a Big Ten homer, are you? I thought it was stupid to root for a conference. BYU misses a shot but gets the rebound, misses the second shot, but they're fouled. The BYU will be going to the free throw line. What are these hard hats for? Where? Would you get one of those oversized hats with the Georgia logo, Lou? No. No. When's the last time you seen me wear a Georgia hat? No, I don't like those big over. My head's big enough. Last thing I need to do is draw attention to it by wearing an even bigger hat. That would just be dumb for me to do that. Ain't got no interest in it. Ain't got no interest in it. Oh, let's end the poll before I forget. All right, y'all like Florida minus 6.5. Okay. Okay. They like Florida minus 6.5.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't lead them astray.
It's not me, it's them.
I know, that's sometimes
They make me lose money. You know how they do. They don't care about. They don't care about my money. Nah, they are. All right, y'all like Florida -6.5? Bing, bang, bing. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. All right. Florida -6.5. Or we could buy it down to 6. Let's do that. You want to buy it down to 6? I'm going to buy it down to 6, okay? 100 to win 78. There we go. $100 to win 78. I bought it down to 6 instead of 6.5. Texas Meats, what's up, buddy? Section in the crowd, Bama people all wearing hard hats. I don't. Well, a lot of Alabama people have plates in their head, so it might just be like a safety thing. Yeah, do the helmets have chin straps on them, and are the people drooling? That would make sense, too. Bama with the ball and a 3-point lead. Long three-pointer again. No good. Clanks off the back of the iron, but Bama gets the rebound. Settling it down now. To the wing for 3. Wow. One of the ugliest shots you'll ever see. No good. Still a 3-point lead for the Gump man, though. BYU with the ball. Down 24-21. Into the lane. Nowhere to go. Dishes it underneath. Reverse. Off the glass and good. 1-point lead for Bama now. 24-23. Bama up over to BYU. Yeah, I'm up this week. I am up $526. Oh, wait a minute. Right here. I'm up $526 for the week. Bama for 3 from the corner. Nothing but net. 27-23. Bama with a 4-point lead. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Lots of points in this one. BYU from the corner. Air ball. But they get the rebound. Kick it out to the top of the key. Now to the wing. White boy with the ball looks to the coach. Now he's got permission. He's ready to go. From 3. No good. Clanks it off the back of the rim. But BYU gets the rebound again. Hoop and a harm. Count it. Chance for a 3-point play for BYU. Is Alabama a basketball skew? Yeah, we was just talking about that a few minutes ago. Go blue, pay Lou. Yeah, the pay Lou movement is full steam ahead this week. I've been on a heater lately. I've won 4 of the last 5 weeks. I've been beating the soul and will to live out of that gypsy tent-dwelling, that tent-dwelling gypsy bookie that I have. And up 500 and something this week. We'll see how much of it we can give back tonight, though, watching these basketball games. I mean, hopefully none of it, but I've been gambling long enough to know that heaters don't last forever. Eventually, you give it back. 2 weeks ago, the gypsy bought me tickets to see the weekend in Vegas. I can't wait for that. Wasn't that nice of him? My bookie, he doesn't know it, but he bought me tickets to see the weekend out in Vegas in July. I beat him out of a shitload. I beat him out of a fuck ton of money and said, fuck it, I'm going to see the weekend in Vegas in July with the money I just beat out of this damn gypsy bookie. This is the hardest shirt ever made. It's not an opinion. It's not up for debate. It's been scientifically studied and proven. It's like carbon dating. You can't argue it. Okay? It's just what it is. I heard something about Jeremy Pruitt suing the NCAA, but I haven't looked into it or read the story, so I can't really express any opinion on it other than to say Jeremy Pruitt's an idiot in general. Oh, I fucked the scoreboard up, didn't I? Sorry. Let me fix that for you. Y'all be done got all kinds of mad. There you go, dummy. Calm down, man. I'm just kidding. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I don't always look to notice the scoreboard, so if it does mess up like that, y'all, let me know in the chat. Thank you. Because I don't always pay attention to what's going on with that. So appreciate you letting me know. I just got my pot of coffee done. Nice hot McDonald's brand coffee, and I'm drinking with you. There you go, Justin. Salute, my man. Salute, my man. How about some coffee on a Thursday evening? Got me a new patio table today. It took a little longer than expected. That's why I didn't get a video up today. I did my morning show today over on my Top Secret second channel. And then I had to go pick up the coffee table thing and bring it back, and I had to borrow my dad's truck to go get it. So then after I got it and brought it back here and set it up, I had to take my dad's truck back to him and all that. So ran out of time, didn't have time to do a video today, but got a new patio table out there. Which is good. Which is good. I got some steaks getting ready to hit the flat top, says Bulldog Brian. According to Bama fans, whoever loses this game shouldn't be in the NCAA tournament. Well, also, don't forget either, if whenever Bama loses or gets knocked out, and then someone goes on to win the Natty, Bama could have beat them if they just didn't play them, you know. Bama can beat anybody they don't play. Did you bet the points on this game? Let's see what I bet on this game. The comment section has a bet, and it is over 83 points in the first half. That was the bet the comment section made via a poll. I have Alabama -4 for the entire game and over 174 points total. We are at 53 points, just need 30 more. Yeah, it's going to go over. Yeah. It's going to soar over that 83 points. So the comment section is going to have a winner on their hands there with the over 83 in the first half. This is probably my oldest coffee mug that I own. I don't remember where I got it or if it was a gift or what, but it's always been one of my favorite coffee cups, and somehow I've managed to hang on to this thing for a long, long time through a bunch of different moves and everything else. But yeah, I like that too. Is DJU getting drafted next month? You know, somebody will probably draft him, I guess. I mean, fuck, Anthony Richardson got drafted in the top 5, man. I mean, these NFL teams are so desperate for quarterbacks, and they think they can, fix anybody. So, you know, if you're a certain height and your hand is a certain size and you can throw the ball a certain distance with certain accuracy and velocity, and you run the cone drill in this amount of time, whatever, then they'll just draft you and go, well, we can fix him. We can make him a football player. I don't know, man. I don't think anybody can make DJ Uiagalelei a good football player. I just don't think he's got it. I just don't think he's got it in him. I got an old Georgia Coke glass type cup that I never use, just sits in the cabinet for decoration, really. All right, 30-26, Bama's up 4, and now they're up 6 after a humongous tomahawk dunk by white boy mustache man for Alabama. That guy's a state trooper in his spare time. He's got to be. Look at that mustache he's got. He's got to be a state trooper when he's not busy playing basketball for Alabama. BYU with the ball down 6. Into the lane, up and in. Back to a 4-point game, 32-28. 8:45 to go in the first half. The comments section placed a bet on this game over 83 points in the first half. In the first half, that's looking good right now. Mustache man misses a 3-pointer. Alabama gets the rebound and then is fouled. Michael Jackson's alma mater, Brigham Young. Dang, come on, man. Come on, man. Prediction videos don't start till the end of May. So, about 2 months away from prediction videos. That's the bad news. The good news is those 2 months will go by really quick. And once I start doing prediction videos, the rest of the offseason goes by super quick. At least to me it does. So we got spring practice going on, spring games coming up in April, transfer portal window the first 2 weeks of May, and then I'll be ready to start doing my predictions after that. I can't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Florida game be coming on soon. I got it on over here on the second TV. 32-28, 4-point lead for the Gump Tards. BYG with the ball. Dribbling all over the place. Headband man, I'm not sure what he's doing. Passes it to another headband man. Floater is good. But it looks like they got Alabama for a foul. Was it before the shot? Might have been before the shot. Yes, before the shot. They're going to get Alabama with a foul. Are we sure Austin Reeves from the Lakers didn't clone himself and send it to Bama? You talking about the white guy for Bama? No. Nothing like no goddamn Austin Reeves. Does Lou cover all sports? There's too many Gumps for you to just stay on one sport. Well, this will always be a football channel. But the reality is college football has the shortest season of any major sport in the country and the longest off season of any major sport in the country. And you got to find things to do when college football games aren't on. So Alabama hits another 3. And I've been watching March Madness since I was 10 years old. I mean, I don't even really think March Madness. Okay, everybody knows somebody that like doesn't know anything at all about football, but they'll still watch the Super Bowl, right? That's how March Madness is. People watch March Madness, I mean, whether they care about college basketball or not. I love March Madness. But I do these streams in the off season to talk about football, but I do them while some sporting event is on, whether that's college basketball, the NBA playoffs are starting in a few weeks, whatever. But, we talk football in the comment section while whatever sporting event is on that happens to be on. But you'll never see me like make videos about college basketball or the NBA or whatever. It'll just be college football videos. Year round 2. Yeah. Year round 2. Also, decent at that as well. That's right. Let's get a little bit of water here. I feel like I might need to calm down a little. Do y'all think I need to calm down some? I feel like we just started streaming and I'm already like at an 8.5. I don't know. I might need to calm the fuck down. I don't want to ask the lady because she always thinks I need to calm the fuck down. So she's going to say yes regardless. So I don't want to ask her. I don't want to ask her. That would be dumb. I already know the answer. Commercial on the game for no real reason at all. You can also get back into the football Blue Bloods discussion. There's nothing to discuss on that. The Blue Bloods is what it is. How many sports do you watch? The only sport I watch for fun is college football. Now I'll watch almost anything else if I can bet on it, if I can gamble on it. I don't watch college baseball at all, or gamble on it for that matter. And Major League Baseball, I probably watch less than 5 games a year. It's just a terrible TV sport, Major League Baseball is. I gamble on Major League Baseball, but as far as sitting down for 3 hours and watching a Major League Baseball game, maybe 4 or 5 times a year. It's just not a good TV sport. As kids, we have memories of listening to your favorite team's radio broadcast. Later in life, memories of watching with Uncle Lou. Oh, man. I grew up listening to games on the radio. Grew up listening to, like, Larry Munson. If you're a Georgia fan, you know who that is. But And a lot of people my age did that for whatever team they liked. The other thing is, I'm 46 years old. When I was, 10, 12 years old, the games weren't on TV like they are now. Pretty much every game, no matter who you're a fan of, pretty much every game is on TV every week. That wasn't the case when I was growing up. The SEC had like 2 games a week on. That was it. And Georgia wasn't great then. So it's not like, it's not like Georgia was on TV every week. I probably, lucky if I saw 3 or 4 Georgia games a year as far as on TV went. So you would listen to the radio broadcast. Because this was before internet and all that shit. I'm old, y'all. I'm old as shit. So, when I started watching football, the SEC had 1 nationally televised game a week. Came on at 3:30 on CBS. At noon was a regional game. So, like, if you lived in Georgia, maybe the Georgia game came on at noon. If you lived in Alabama, maybe you got to see the Alabama game at noon. But if I was in Georgia and wanted to see the Tennessee game at noon, I couldn't watch that. It was all regional and local, and then a national game at 3:30. So you basically got to see 2 SEC games a week. Yeah, now I don't mind going to a baseball game. Now the only thing that will keep me away from attending a baseball game is heat. I don't love baseball enough to sit in the 100-degree heat and watch it. But like this time of year, or right around the end of the season when it's starting to cool off, those are the best times to go to baseball games. But yeah, attending a baseball game can be a lot of fun. Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, it doesn't matter. We've got a minor league team here. They do a really good job with their home games as far as fan engagement and things like that. But I just don't think it's a good TV product, baseball. It just bores me. Now, my dad and my brother, they watch every Braves game. 162 of them. How many games do they play? 162, 165, however long the season is in baseball. My dad and my brother watch every single one. They're diehard Braves fans the way I am a Georgia fan. That little kid Buckwheat would call in and Lou got on him. Ain't seen him since. Yeah, there's a lot of people that call in once or twice and then a duck and run routine after that. They will probably shorten the season eventually, says G-Man. Talking about the baseball season? All right, the Florida game's underway. I missed the beginning of it, but 17 minutes to go in the first half. Florida's up 5-2 over Maryland early in that one. Also in 2. I've always felt the 162 games from Major League Baseball makes a lot of people lose interest. Am I wrong for feeling that way? I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're a diehard baseball fan, I guess you love the fact, like the majority of us are diehard college football fans. Shit. Wouldn't you love it if there was 20 games, 25, 40? I mean, so I don't know. I guess people that absolutely love baseball don't mind at all that it's 162 games or whatever it is. I mean, yeah, I think it's too many, but I don't watch baseball on TV, so I don't give a shit. But I guess if you're a diehard fan, it doesn't bother you, though. But I don't know. I can't speak for diehard baseball fans because I'm not one. Maryland with the ball, down 7-4. Florida with an early 3-point lead. Maryland dribbling towards the baseline. Spin move, reverse, off the glass, and in. Good looking move there. 7-6, a 1-point lead now for the Gators. Florida bringing the ball down the floor. Softball is much funner to watch on TV than baseball. Well, it's a lot easier on the eyes. I mean, that's for sure. I enjoy watching college softball much more than college baseball. Well, everybody does. The ratings for college softball are way higher than the ratings for college baseball. College baseball has got to be the least watched televised sport in this country. No one watches it. The Little League World Series gets more viewers than college baseball. 162 football games, nobody would be alive to finish the season. Yeah. That's basically like, what is that, like almost a game every 2.5 days? Bama with the ball up 6, 38-32. If you're keeping score at home, that's 70 points. We need 13 more for y'all to hit the over. And I have a good feeling they'll get that and then some. Hamster Squirrel dishes it out to the wing for 3. No good. Bama with the rebound. Hamster Squirrel again, I think. Drains it that time. Was that Hamster Squirrel again? That gerbil? I think it was. Anyway, 41-32. Gumptards up over to BYU. A 9-point lead. Ooh, that Bama player got juked out of his shoes. Man, you might want to pick up your shoe off the court back there, bud. Easy layup for BYU. 41-34. Will Howard won't make it in the NFL. Probably not. Kyle McCord's way better. Kyle McCord's way better than Will Howard. 10-point lead for Bama, and BYU shoots an air ball. Dang, down bad. The BYU, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Will Howard is a 3rd-round pick to the Saints. Kyle McCord be picked before him. BY who? No, BYU. I'm grilling for the first time in a long time tomorrow, and I can't wait. Why ain't you been grilling? Been too hot or something? Too cold or what? This is grilling season, though. This is a great time of year, at least down here, to grill out because it's about 65, 70 degrees in late afternoon, early evening. You wait another couple of months down here, it's 105 degrees at 6:30 while you're out there sweating over a grill. That's bullshit. What Kyle McCord ain't better than Will Howard? Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a lot better. That's why he's getting drafted ahead of him, too. BYU off the glass, underneath, up and in is good. 8-point lead, though, for Bama. 4 minutes to go for 3. No good. BYU gets the rebound. 9-6, Florida up over Maryland. A 3-point lead in that one with 15.5 to go in the first half. So a lot less scoring in this Florida-Maryland game than what we've seen in the Bama-BYU game. Been in the mid-80s in Mobile lately. It's gotten into the 80s here a few times, but by the time it gets time to cook dinner, it's back down into the 70s. But there's been some days here where, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, it's gotten up into the 80s, but by the time you get to 5 or 6 o'clock, it starts to cool back off. It's perfect grilling weather. Perfect grilling weather. What mock you looking at? I don't look at mocks. I just watch football. A lot of it. And I don't just watch my own team, which is a lot of y'all's problem when it comes to your predictions and shit that you say. All tied up at 9, Florida and Maryland, just under 15 minutes to go in the first half. Maryland with the ball and a chance to take the lead here. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Into the lane. Maryland spins again. Now passes it. Fooled everybody, including his own team. Maryland's going to reset now with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to take a wild shot here. Shot clock expired. No good. Coffee and college basketball with Uncle Lou. That's a good night. Yes, it is. I've had 2 cups, though. I might need to slow the fuck down on the coffee here. Bouncing off the walls and that. Buckeye Man says, to be fair, though, any QB would look good. With the wide receivers we have, Jeremiah Smith can make anyone look good. That is true. It does help to have 3 or 4 NFL wide receivers on a college team. That is true. Florida drains a 3 to retake the lead, 12-9. 14 minutes to go in the first half of that one. What bets do we have on the Florida game? We have Florida -6, and in the first half, we have Florida -3.5. In the Alabama game, we've got over 83 points in the first half. That's almost guaranteed to hit at this point. And as far as the whole game goes, we've got Alabama -4 and and over 174 points. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah. Yep. Bo Walker's going to rush for 1,000 yards. I'll take that bet, Sam, that he's not going to rush for 1,000 yards. I'll take that bet. How much you want to bet, Sam? Everyone knew to take the over, but I gambled and took the under. I'd be a terrible gambler. Well, some people, it's called fade the public. Generally, people lose when they bet. So there's some people out there that bet against whatever the popular pick is, which the popular pick in this game was the over. So there's a lot of people that just because of that would have took the under. Same thing in the Florida game. Same thing in the Florida game. I guarantee you Will Howard has better overall stats than Kyle McCord. You want me to show them to you? See, this is what I mean. People don't watch football. Sharice, if you watched Syracuse last year, then you would not have typed that. If you would have watched any Syracuse last year, you would have not typed that. Kyle McCord's numbers last year blow Will Howard's out of the water. And Will Howard played 4 more games than Kyle McCord did. So I don't know why. Stats would be the exact opposite reason to try to make the point you're trying to make, that Will Howard is better than Kyle McCord. If all you're going to do is go off of stats, then that proves you wrong. Bama's up 10 with 3 minutes to go, 46-36, which smells a lot like 82 points to me. They're at 82 points right now. So y'all are 1 basket away from hitting your bet on this game. They don't know because they don't gamble, but the more unlikely the outcome is to happen, the more money you will win if it does. Yes. Bo Walker and Nate Frazier are going to be the best running back duo in the country. Jesus Christ. Sam, have you ever seen a Penn State game? I'm seriously asking. Have you ever seen a Penn State game? BYU with a turnover, fast break, alley-oop, and slams it in. Cuts the lead to 8. Sam, before you type anything else about Bo Walker and Nate Frazier being the best running back duo in the country, you need to Google Penn State so you don't embarrass yourself in some other comment section too. Oh, Bama just got hit in the face. I mean, it was inadvertent, but clearly got hit in the jaw. Not intentional, but still, I got to call that. Yeah, I know you're a Georgia fan. Yeah, I know he's a Georgia fan. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't do anything but watch their own team, so they don't know shit about college football. Like Sharice thinking that Will Howard is some kind of great quarterback. She don't watch nothing but Ohio State, so she thinks, everything Ohio State good, everything else bad. Sam Douglas is the same way with Georgia. There is no way on God's green earth with the offensive line Georgia's going to have next year and the unproven running backs that they have that they're going to be the best running back duo in the country. Even if they end up being really good, they're not going to be nearly as good as Nick Singleton and Katron Allen at Penn State. So that argument is dead on arrival. Didn't they both come back at Penn State? They were both better than any running back Georgia had last year. Those two running backs at Penn State were better than any one running back Georgia had last year. They're going to be way better again this year. Notre Dame will have the second best duo. Well, Notre Dame might have the best running back in college football. I don't know about the best duo, but Jeremiah Love might be the best running back in football. Price is as good as any RB2. I don't know about that, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. One knock on my door. Both Robinsons, if healthy, they're not healthy, dude. Neither one of them has practiced once all year. They're permanently injured. You might as well give up on those two. Will Howard has a national championship and Kyle McCord doesn't. So I don't know how much that would tell you. Sharice, are you mentally retarded? I'm seriously asking. Do you think Stetson Bennett is better than Justin Fields? Do you think Stetson Bennett is better than Bryce Young? Do you think Stetson Bennett is better than CJ Stroud? You're mentally fucking retarded, Sharice. Jesus Christ. You must be one of these people in the stands at this game with a helmet and chin strap on you. Here. Get you a Kleenex and wipe that fucking drool off your chin. You're embarrassing yourself. Even handicapped people are looking at you and shaking their head. What a team winning a national championship doesn't prove jack shit about any one specific player on the team being good or better than some other player on some other team. You seriously have to be mentally handicapped. I'm dead serious. I want you to type with a straight face that Stetson Bennett is better than CJ Stroud. Type it out, dummy. Stetson Bennett's got 2 national titles, Sharice. You don't know if that tells you anything or not. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, dummy. Florida all over Maryland now, 18-9. They've gone on a run. 11 minutes to go in the first half. We went over in the Bama BYU game. They're at 88 points. So shout out to the comment section. Y'all are 1-0 on your bets today. Shout out to y'all. Bennett is the best UJ quarterback of all time. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. The Pay Lou movement is killing it this week, bud. We're up $500 or almost $600 now. We're up $526, but we had over 83 points in the first half of the Bama game, and they're over that. So that's going to be another $45. So 526 plus 45. What is that? 65. So we're at $580 for the week. Dang, Bowman, you had two chances to spell wipes right. You spelled it wrong both times. There's no H in wipes. First you said she whippus. What does this say? She whippus before she poos, and then you said no wipes with an H. 89 points now in the first half of the Gunk game. I need them to keep scoring though, because I have a bet on the over for the whole game, over 174. Who would you like to see in the championship in basketball? It doesn't matter to me, honestly. I watch basketball. It's a one-game season every time I watch basketball because I don't have a favorite team. I don't care about any team, and I don't hate any team, like any team. I only watch from a betting angle. So outside of some certain team winning or losing a specific game or scoring a certain amount of points in a specific game, I couldn't care less what happens overall. If you want to know who I think's going to win it, I think it's going to be either Florida or Duke. But I don't want or not want either one of them to win it. I don't care. I hope Duke wins it all. They look really good. They do look good. You think soccer is better to watch on TV or in person? I've only been to one professional soccer game, so I don't know if I'm the best one to judge that. There are some benefits to being at a soccer game in person that you don't get on TV. Like, you get to see plays developing away from the ball. Like, a lot of times when a soccer team goes on a run, on TV, all you see is like the one guy with the ball sprinting down a sideline or something. And then you see him pass the ball. You have no idea where he's passing it to. And then the camera flips over and there's a guy on the other side of the field, but you didn't know that until it actually happened from TV. When you're at the game, you can see that developing on the field. It's kind of like you go to a football game, it's the same way. You go to a football game and your quarterback gets sacked and you're pulling your hair out because you saw a wide receiver wide open 15 yards downfield, and you never would have seen that on TV, right? Because the camera would have been on the quarterback getting sacked. It's the same thing when you're at soccer, but I'll tell you this: a soccer environment, going to a soccer game, is the closest thing I have ever seen to a college football environment. It's close. I'm not lying. Soccer fans are crazy, fucking nuts. Soccer fans are insane. I've been to Major League Baseball games. I've been to NHL games. I've been to NFL, MLB, all that. None of that compares to college football at all in terms of being there and the atmosphere and the excitement and the energy. Soccer is very, very close. Very, very close. Do you think C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback than Stetson Bennett? Miles better. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close. C.J. Stroud is way better than Stetson Bennett. Lou have to go to a Mexico game. They're unbelievable. Oh, I bet. Oh, Casey, have you looked at the pricing for World Cup tickets? I done dug myself a hole that I don't know if I can get out of. I've been telling my son for 2 years, ever since they announced the World Cup was coming to Atlanta in 2026, I've been telling my son, no matter what, we're going to a game or two. You have my word. We don't even know who's playing in the World Cup yet. Never mind which teams are playing in Atlanta, right? The cheapest ticket is $1,000. Now, what do you think's going to happen if they announce that Team USA is playing there, or Germany, or one of these teams with some superstars? Those tickets will be $2,000. So I got to start saving now to take Lou Jr. to the friggin' World Cup next year, because I've been telling him for 2 years I'd take him. And I looked on StubHub last week. It's unbelievable, the price of those fucking tickets. And that's for first round games. That's for first round games. It's not even a knockout game. That's just the group stage games. Damn. Insane prices. That's not counting hotel stay, food, gas, etc. Well, luckily I live close enough to Atlanta I can drive back, because I can't imagine the hotel prices in Atlanta during the World Cup. It'd be $500 a night for a Holiday Inn. Believe me, I know. I live in Augusta. We got the Masters golf tournament coming up here in a couple of weeks. A fucking Days Inn that's like normally $80 a night will be $500 next week or 2 weeks. And I bet you Atlanta's even worse for the World Cup. So no, I don't have to stay overnight. I'll drive up there and drive home. Washington Wizards tickets are $800 for VIP experience. Have they ever sold one of those? Who the fuck is walking around going, I wish I could get a VIP experience at a Washington Wizards game? Have they ever sold one of those? Uncle Lou, I forgot, you're about an hour or so from Atlanta. About an hour and a half. And if you're familiar with Atlanta, then so it depends where in Atlanta. I can get to downtown Atlanta, like Centennial Park area, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, that, in about an hour and 45 minutes. But there's some places on the other side of Atlanta it might take me 2 hours and 20 minutes to get to, because Atlanta's so big. So this side of Atlanta takes me about an hour and a half to get to. If I got to go to the other side of Atlanta, 2.5 hours. And then, of course, depend on traffic, too. We go to Washington Wizards game to see the other teams. Yeah, that makes sense. But if you buy an $800 Washington Wizards VIP experience, that doesn't have fuck all to do with the other team, dummy. So that doesn't make sense. At all. Not even a little bit. Peachtree Street area, yeah, that's right in the middle of downtown Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz, all that. Downtown, most anything you know off the top of your head is downtown Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Phillips Arena, the Omni, CNN Center, College Football Hall of Fame, Centennial Park. That's all in a 2 or 3 block area in downtown Atlanta. And that's usually where I stay when I go to Atlanta. I like that part of Atlanta because you can park your car whatever hotel you're staying at down there. I like the Embassy Suites right across from there's an Embassy Suites right across from the College Football Hall of Fame and Centennial Park. I like to stay there. But you can park your car there and stay there for 3 or 4 days, and you don't have to get in your car. There's enough to do within 5 or 6 blocks walking distance to keep you busy for 3 or 4 days. The Coca-Cola Museum is right there, the Georgia Aquarium, Centennial Park, like I said, the College Football Hall of Fame, Phillips Arena, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, CNN Center, the Omni, all of that is right there. Am I in the College Football Hall of Fame? I'm not in it, but I've been in it twice or 3 times, 2 or 3 times. CNN Center doesn't exist anymore? It was there 3 or 4 years ago, last time I was there. Maryland has come back on Florida. Florida was up 18-9. Maryland has cut the lead to 3. It's 27-24. 6:13 to go in the first half. We need to start paying attention to that one because I've got a bet on Florida minus 3.5 in the first half. And now they're only up 2. I need Florida to go on another run here to close out the first half and go ahead and get us paid in that. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead and get us paid in that. That would be ideal, you know? That'd be ideal. Lou, have you ever been to Raleigh, North Carolina? No, I have not. The only place in North Carolina that I have spent any significant time at all is the Charlotte area. That's it. Now, I've driven through other parts of North Carolina or whatever for one reason or another on the way to somewhere else, but as far as like a trip or a vacation or an overnight stay or anything like that, the only place in North Carolina that I've spent any significant time at all is the Charlotte area. Raleigh might be the most underrated city in America. Yeah, I mean, I've just never had a reason to go there. I haven't said, oh shit, I'm not going to Raleigh. I just nothing has ever come up really where I would have had to go there. Have y'all picked the next Slob Olympics destination? Not yet, but it's looking like either Savannah or Nashville. It's looking like either Savannah or Nashville for the 2026 Slob Olympics. Which game did you bet on over 173? Bama, I think. Here's the bets. I'll show you. Here you go. Florida minus 6. Florida minus 3.5 in the first half. Alabama minus 4, full game. BYU Alabama over 174. And the Mariners baseball tonight minus 1.5. Yeah, I've never been to Nashville, so I'd love to go. I've heard nothing but good things about it. People say it's crowded and gets wild or whatever. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know anybody that's been to Nashville and didn't like it. Maybe some people thought it was a little too crowded or they just don't like crowded places, but you should go to Asheville. Now, I have been to Asheville. I've never stayed the night in Asheville, but I have spent the day in Asheville several times. I like downtown Asheville. I've never taken a trip specifically to Asheville, but on a lot of trips I have stopped in Asheville for the day and spent the day there. How about Cleveland, Ohio? Well, no. Does anybody even still live there? If they do, why? Isn't the Rock and Roll a Hall of Fame there? I mean, other than that, no. But seriously, I've never been to. The only place I've ever spent any time at all in Ohio is Columbus. I spent a day in Columbus. 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. I have a video somewhere on my channel walking around the Ohio State campus. No, I've never been anywhere in Texas. Anywhere. I went to Shreveport. Is Shreveport on the border of Texas? I went to a concert in Louisiana that was on the border of Texas. I think it was Shreveport. Is Shreveport on the border? Okay. I went to a concert in 2005 in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it was on the border of Texas. And I had never been to Texas before. So we got on the interstate and purposely went the wrong way, leaving Shreveport, drove into Texas so I could say I'd been in Texas, got off on the first exit, turned around and left. So technically, I've never been to Texas. I turned around in Texas one time just to say I've been there, but never spent any time in Texas. If I was going to spend any time in Texas, I would go to either San Antonio or Austin. Of all the things I've heard from different people about Texas who have either visited there or lived there, I think San Antonio or Austin would be somewhere I would enjoy for a weekend or half a week or something like that. Is Florida dog shit? They're only up by 1, 31-30. I've got Florida minus 3.5 in the first half. Now they were up 19-8, and ever since then they ain't done shit. I mean, fuck, are they? Is that Maryland or UConn they're playing? I can't tell anymore. Come on, man. Who do you dislike more, Florida or South Carolina? South Carolina. But I'm in the minority of Georgia fans. Y'all, I mean, most people, given those two choices, most people are going to say Florida. But for me, I've told y'all this a million times, but for me, it's just a matter of geography. Now, we don't play South Carolina every year anymore, which I hate. But for the majority of my football fandom, we've played South Carolina almost every single year, and I grew up I still live on the border. I live in Georgia, but on the border of South Carolina, so I knew a lot of South Carolina fans growing up. And around here, that was the big game every year for bragging rights, because maybe you worked with some South Carolina fans or you hung out with some South Carolina fans or whatever. And so that was sort of the one game every year that you wanted to win around here, was that South Carolina game. Have I ever cried when Georgia lost a football game? No. The closest I came was when we lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game in 2012. I remember standing in my living room watching that final play of that game, and I fell down on my knees. I couldn't fucking believe it. But no. I came closer to crying when Georgia won their natty in 2021 than I did any loss they've ever had. Are there many Clemson fans in Augusta, or mainly just Eugene, South Carolina? There are Clemson fans in the Augusta area, but I would say there are more. Well, my personal experience, I know more South Carolina fans than I do Clemson fans. Now, I know some Clemson fans that live around here, but I know more South Carolina fans that live around here. We're 45 minutes from Columbia here. I can be at Williams-Brice. I can leave my house right now and be at Williams-Brice Stadium in an hour. Clemson's about 2.5 hours from here, you know. It's a lot further away. Is there more to do in Atlanta or New Orleans? Atlanta's way bigger. New Orleans isn't that big of a city compared to what you would think to be a major city. Now, there's a lot to do compacted into a small area. But Atlanta is way bigger. Way bigger. You can pretty much walk. Well, you can't walk anywhere in New Orleans, but as far as touristy shit, I mean, you can walk to all of the tourist shit just about in New Orleans. It's all in about a 15-block radius. And I love New Orleans. I'm not putting New Orleans down. Y'all know I love New Orleans. But it's nowhere near the size of Atlanta. Who's more likely to make their first playoff, Florida or South Carolina? Well, South Carolina's better right now. South Carolina nearly got in last year. Yeah. Canal Street take you right to the French Quarter. We stay right off Canal Street when we go to. We stay at the Harrah's, the Caesars, the casino. That's where we stay when we go to New Orleans. You walk outside your hotel or the Harrah's Hotel, casino, whatever. It's right down Canal Street to the French Quarter, Bourbon Street, Cafe du Monde. All that's right down there. All the gift shops, the bars, all that. 5 blocks away. All right, come on, Florida. Florida and Maryland are tied at 33 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. I've got Florida minus 3.5 in the first half. I've been on a roll today. 4-1 in baseball. 1-0 in college basketball. Can Florida keep us on the hot streak? Florida for 3. Be good. Nope. Bricked it. No good. Florida is up 3, though. I'm sorry. 33-30. Maryland with the ball. 3:08 to go. For 3, Maryland drains it. Fuck. Tied at 33. Tied at 33. 2:50 to go. Florida with the ball. Come on, Florida. Come on. Now he dribbled it off his fucking foot. Nope, they're gonna say off Maryland. God, Florida caught a break there. I thought was that Clayton? Was that Clayton guy for Florida? It looked like he dribbled it off his foot, but the referee says no. Last touch by Maryland. Florida keeps possession. Now they give it away. Oh, Jesus. Fucking turnover. And then they committed a foul for no good goddamn reason. UGA owns Florida. In football, they do. Is March Madness the best postseason in all of sports? Well, if you took a poll nationwide, March Madness would probably win. I'm so biased towards college football. I'll give college football my vote, but I mean, it's hard to beat March Madness. Last weekend, the first weekend of the NCAA tournament really is what. I mean, this is good too, but I mean, last weekend is fucking just nuts. You know, with all 64 teams playing in a 2-day period on Thursday and Friday, it's just insane. Florida down 1, 34-33. They've got the ball. Dribble into the lane. Floater, no good. Draws the foul, though. Florida will be shooting 2. 2:24 to go in the first half. We need Florida to go on a run here to close out this first half. Florida trying to lose the first half to spite Lou. That sounds like some dumb shit Florida would do. You might be right. You might be right. I know the coach is watching this live stream over there on the bench. I know he is. That dumb motherfucker. He's probably going to tell Florida to only win the first half by 2 or 3, knowing I've got Florida at 3.5. Sorry, motherfucker. I knew I didn't like that coach. I thought it was because he was 9 years old, but now I've got other reasons not to like him. That Florida, how old is that Florida coach? He can't be older than about 9 or 10. The chat is 1-0. The chat had Bama, BYU over 83 in the first half, and it hit. So the chat's 1-0. Their second, what'd y'all have on the second? Y'all had Florida -6. Full game was y'all's second bet. That's off Maryland. Maryland misses a layup, and it goes out of bounds off of Maryland. So Florida's going to have the ball up 1. Boy, a 3-pointer here would be great. Give me a 4-point lead. Come on, Florida. Come on, man. 2:07 to go. Florida's got the ball up 1 in the first half. 35-34. Come on, 3-pointer right now. Florida's got 8 fucking people on their team that can make threes blindfolded. Can one of them please go ahead and make one right now? Top of the key. Now they pass it down low into paint. Backs his man in off the glass. No good. Rebound Maryland. God damn it, Florida. Dog shit, motherfuckers. Maryland along the baseline. Now to the wing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Florida foul. Are they going to say it's a non-shooting foul? What's up, Octavian? I got Florida at -4.5 for the entire game. Yeah, well, you got a good number then. When I looked, it was 6.5. I had to buy it down to 6. Not a good feeling about this. Florida was the most public favorite, even more than Duke at 76%. They may lose outright. Yeah. You know, they almost lost to fucking UConn. Maryland makes the free throws. Now they're up 1, 36-35 with 1:20 to go. It'd take a miracle for Florida to cover this 3.5 now. Into the lane. Now top of the key for 3. Drains it. Florida up 2. All right, defense. We need defense. Florida's up 2 with 1 minute to go. We've got them at minus 3.5 in the first half. Come on. Defense. And don't foul either. Maryland almost threw it away. Don't foul. Just there you go. Turnover. Come on. Come on, fast break. Bang. Bang. 4-point lead. Let's go. Come on, Florida. Come on. Defense. Fucking deadbeat. Don't foul. Don't foul. That's no good. Ah, shit. Drains a 2. 2-point lead, but Florida's got the ball. 30 seconds to go. Even a 2-pointer would do it. Even a 2-pointer would do it. God damn it! They turned the fucking thing over! You fucking moron! That's why you're at Florida and not a decent fucking school, you jack-legged motherfucker. God damn it, now Maryland's holding for the last shot. Florida, you so goddamn fucking retarded. I fucking hate you. Florida with a 2-point lead at the half because they're fucking retarded. Octavian, you owe me $100, you dumbass. Unless you can find another Florida fan in here to split it with me. You owe me $100. Fuck Florida. God damn, all they needed was a 2-pointer at the end of the half to cover, and they turned the goddamn ball over like the bunch of fucking deadbeats that they are. Jesus Christ. Fucking swamp fever motherfuckers. Fuck them. Fuck Florida. Yep, that's $100 gone. Let's watch it go down. I had $571. Now $471. Thanks a lot, Octavian. Fucking deadbeat. You woozy. Fuck you. Fuck Florida and all the fucking Florida fans too. Fucking morons. God damn it. Now we're still up. I'm still up $471 for the week, but I used to be up $571, and if Florida would have made that bucket, I'd have been up $671. Hey, Lou. Hey! Hey, Brett! Dumbasses. Fucking Florida. Fuck Florida. Fuck them. Fuck them. Is the Bama game back on yet? Yeah. Second half. Bama BYU. Just underway. Bama up 11, 51-40. I've got Bama -4. Bama -4. And over 174. So that's what we need now. Bama -4 and over 174. Fucking Florida, man. Florida. That fucking 12-year-old head coach they got. Damn balls ain't even dropped on that motherfucker. Need to get back on that roulette to win the Florida money back. Long 3 for the hamster. Clinks it off the iron. Bama gets the rebound. Mustache man, that state trooper. Floater, no good. That fucking guy for Alabama, that tall white guy's got to be a state trooper. BYU hits a 3, cuts the lead to 8. Gamecock Orbit, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Super Trooper. What's his name? That got that tall white guy with the mustache for Bama. What's his name? Florida hasn't won basketball natty since 2007. Says Nate the Great. Thank you, Nate, for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate you helping support the show, man. That means a lot. Thanks, Nate. Grant Nelson. Trooper Nelson. Trooper Nelson. James Cooper, what's up, buddy? Looks like they're going to get BYU with a blocking foul. We need points. Points in this Bama game. Points. We got to go over 174. We need points. A lot of them. BYU on a fast break. White boy with a headband. Oh, my God. Bama just got dunked on by a white guy with a headband. Ah, damn. Bama's down bad. Now they miss a layup. You deserve to miss a layup if you let a white boy with a headband posterize you. The Ohio State Buckeyes beat in football and basketball for a championship. Big dang situation there. Did it just get dark in here? The fuck happened? Joe, what's up, buddy? Florida fucked me in the first half. I had Florida minus 3.5 in the first half. They had the ball up 2, holding for the last shot of the first half, and they fucking turned it over. We hit the over in the first half on the Bama game. Right now, we've got Bama minus 4 for the full game and over 174 points for the full game. And in the Florida game, we've got Florida minus 6 full game. Call-in show immediately after this? No, we did the call-in show Tuesday. No call-in show tonight because of the basketball games. I did the call-in show on Tuesday. I'll be back next Tuesday to do the call-in show again. Lou, do you think Chicago is overrated? I never understood why it gets so much hype. Never been there, so I can't say one way or the other. I do want to go there. I'd love to visit Chicago, but I've never been, so I can't say if it's overrated or not. No idea. Places I want to go in the United States that I've never been. Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, Miami. Somewhere in Colorado, don't really care where. Somewhere in Texas, either Austin or San Antonio. As far as California, the only place in California I'd want to go would be San Diego. And I'd like to see the Grand Canyon in Arizona. Yeah. No, I've never been anywhere in Colorado. No, never driven through there. Never had a layover there. Nothing. Never been to Colorado at all. Need to visit Richmond. I got no interest in that. No interest in Richmond. Lou, you don't want to see Pacific Northwest? I can't think of anywhere up there that I'd really want to go. Seattle, maybe? I mean, don't they have like the Space Needle, and isn't that where they do like the outdoor fish markets and shit like that? I don't know. Maybe that would be cool. But you know what's not cool? Fucking rain. What a disaster. You plan a trip all the way across the fucking country to Seattle? Why? To get rained on for 3 days? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. Portland? No, I ain't got no interest in shitting on the sidewalk like those Oregon people do. Any thoughts on the Matt Weiss situation? Even as a Michigan fan, it looks bad, if I'm being honest. A lot about Michigan over the last 3 years looks bad, don't it? Alabama forces a turnover for 3, drains it. Alabama 63, BYU 47. Looks like a 16-point lead to me. Timeout on the floor. Florida and Maryland still in halftime. Bama in control. Yeah, that's good. I got Bama -4 and over 174. So I feel good about the Bama -4, but we still need a lot of points to get scored. Lou, has the BYU coach been complaining most of the game? He does it a lot from what I've seen. Not that I've noticed, but you got to remember, I spend a lot of time looking down here at the comments section and not at the TV. But I haven't noticed it, no. I can shit on the sidewalk at home. Don't need to fly 2,000 miles to do it. Well, you could shit on the sidewalk at home, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't do that. So, I don't know. Coach needs to take his magic underwear off. The Mormons with their magic underwear. Boy. It is fun to talk about how weird the Mormons are, but let's just be real. Every fucking religion is super weird. It's weird to everyone else. Whatever religion it is that you personally believe in probably seems pretty normal, and every other religion seems really, really weird. If you had never heard of Christianity before, and somebody walked up to you on the street or knocked on your door and wanted to tell you some story about this 15-year-old virgin who got knocked up by an invisible sky god and gave birth to the spiritual and physical Son of God, who was murdered 33 years later, buried in a tomb behind a rock, and then came alive 3 days after that, you would go, you need to check yourself into the mental ward, dude. So they're all weird except for yours when it comes to religion. How do you know God even exists? Well, nobody knows if God even exists. That's why religious people have faith. Faith, evidence in things unseen and unproven. Faith is the cornerstone of any religion. You have to have faith to believe in any religion at all, because on the surface it's batshit crazy. Keep that same energy with Muslims, woo. Yeah, Muslims are Islamic. In other words, every religion. So any religion you name is fucking weird. Unless you're in it. I'm a man of God, but I'm not forcing anyone to agree with me. Religion is weird in general. Yeah, except for, any religion you believe in is going to seem probably pretty normal, because you've probably been taught that since you were a child and all that. So it probably seems perfectly normal to you that a bush would catch on fire and talk to some guy in the middle of the desert. That probably sounds normal to you, but in reality, that's fucking weird. If you'd never heard that story before and someone just knocked on your door and told it to you, you'd say, wow, that's pretty fucking weird. A bush caught on fire and started talking to a guy in the desert, and the bush was God? That's weird. Yeah, this is an IRL stream, and in real life, I'm gambling on these two basketball games. 63-49 the score, Gumps up by 14 over to BYU. Alabama with the ball, 16-20 to go in the second half. Bama -4 is the bet, and over 174 points. Type the number 1 in the comments section right now if you truly believe that Noah lived to be 950 years old. Just type the number 1 if you truly 100% believe that Noah lived to be 950 years old. and built a boat by hand. Even though he wasn't a boat maker, he built a boat by hand big enough to hold 2 of every animal on earth. Then somehow went around and gathered 2 of every animal on earth, got them onto that boat that he built by hand, and floated on top of a worldwide flood for 40 days. And then after that, went on to live to be 950 years old. No, Methuselah was even older than that. Noah lived to be 950, though. And he had to have 20 wives or something, too, didn't he? I mean, look, I'm all about monogamy if you're married in that. But if you live to be 950 years old, you got to have more than one wife, I guess. I mean, you can't stay with the same woman for 950 years. That's asking too much. That's asking too much there. Commercial on both the TVs. Yeah, a lot of people in the Bible had multiple wives. A lot of grown men in the Bible fucked 12-year-olds too. Mary was a perpetual virgin. Well, if you believe the Bible, then yeah, Mary was a perpetual virgin. I think she cheated on Joseph, got pregnant, and didn't want to tell him, so she said, "I don't know what happened. It must have been God." That's what I think happened. Noah lived for 950 years and still didn't see Oregon win a natty. Oh, man. No, I don't care what people believe in. People can believe in whatever they want. I don't base my opinion on people on what religion they believe or don't believe or whatever. I don't think any more or any less of somebody based on their religious views. Because the thing is, their religious views are theirs. You know, that's the thing about religious views. They're yours. And as long as people remember that, there's no problem. The problem comes when you try to make your religious views everybody else's. That's what's created problems throughout the course of history. Why do I have to go to a building to have a connection with God? You don't. The Bible says where any 2 are gathered in His name. So you can do it at a homeless shelter. You can do it on a sidewalk. You can do it at Walmart. As long as there's 2 or more of you, you can connect with God anytime you want to. Payloo movement going good. We just lost $100 on the Florida game first half, but we're up $471 for the week. 52-63, an 11-point lead now for Alabama. BYU with the ball. We need points. Points. That's going to be a foul on Trooper. What'd y'all say his name was? Trooper Nelson. State Trooper Nelson commits the foul. Non-shooting foul. So you can't relate to God alone? Oh, I don't know. I guess you can relate to Him, but He can't be in your presence. It says, what does the Bible say? Any place where 2 are gathered in His name, so there is he, or whatever. But just because the Bible says something doesn't mean you have to follow it, Sam, whether you're a Christian or not. There's plenty of shit in the Bible that y'all don't follow. You make up weird rules and shit as you go. That's why there's 40 or 50 different denominations of Christianity or whatever it is. People can pretty much believe or not believe whatever they want in the Bible, and they just twist it around to fit whatever narrative it is they're trying to spin. Hey Lou, anything new happened to you? Haven't been watching recently. No, not really. Not really. How much did you bet on Alabama in 4, and how much did you bet on 174? It's a parlay. Alabama -4 and over 174, 100 to win 202. 100 to win 202. Do you have a favorite Batman movie? The Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight trilogy. They're all three amazing. I don't have a favorite out of those three, but those are the best Batman movies, I think. But I'm a huge fan of him. I think Nico wants to tank the Mavs so they can move to Vegas. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I know who the Dallas Mavericks are, but I don't know who Nico is as it relates to the Dallas Mavericks. I have no idea. Nico is the GM of the Mavs. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. I know they traded their best player away to the Lakers for a cheese sandwich. And a glass of milk. BYU with the ball. For 3, be good. Drains it. There we go. Points. 63 to 55. Alabama now up 8. So BYU's cut into this lead a little. Alabama was up 16 a couple of minutes ago. BYU has cut the lead in half. Bama with the ball, dishes it out to the corner. Now dribbles into the wing. For 3. Nothing but net. Back-to-back threes. That's good for the over. 66 to 55. An 11-point lead for the Gunk-Tards now over to BYU. BYU in the lane. Lob pass. Deflected and tipped away. Stolen by Bama. Bama with the ball now up 11. Another 3. Clanks it off the back of the iron. BYU with the rebound. Down 11. 14 minutes to go in the second half. BYU drives off the glass and good. Chance for a 3-point play. Hooping the harm there. Chance for a 3-point play for the BYU. Pay Lou, keep up the barely watchable content. Thank you, Mike. There's one thing you can count on from me. It's barely watchable content year round, dude. There's no question about it. People can say a lot of things about me. One thing they can't say is that I don't want to upload barely watchable content. I do. I 100% do upload barely watchable content. I actually think the Saquon Barkley trade was worse. Lou, who's your sleeper teams to make the college football playoffs this season? A little early for predictions, but some of the teams that I like that I don't see a lot of people talking about are Texas Tech. I think Georgia Tech, actually. The thing about the ACC is such dog. See, I make a statement like I could see Georgia Tech sneaking into the playoffs, and people go, Georgia Tech ain't no playoff team. All you got to do is win the ACC, and you're in. Like, that's not that hard. There's not a lot of hurdles in the ACC right now, if you haven't noticed. And they got their quarterback back. I like their coach. They've got a favorable schedule. And again, I'm not predicting Georgia Tech will make the playoffs. You're asking about, like, sleeper or dark horse type teams, which mean long shots. So Texas Tech, Georgia Tech. It's hard to find a long shot in the SEC or the Big Ten because there's so many teams in the SEC and the Big Ten that are clearly good enough to make the playoffs, and they're not all going to make it. So, like, you start with the SEC, Georgia, Texas. Shit, is that it? It might be it. A Big Ten, you got Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State. Michigan with a freshman quarterback, outside looking in, I think, for them. Illinois, I think, could be really good this year. So maybe you put Illinois in the sleeper category or whatever, however you phrased it. And then the Big 12 is so wide open, it feels like whoever makes it out of the Big 12 was a sleeper. Like last year, Arizona State was picked to finish dead last in the Big 12. They won the damn thing and made the playoff. So almost anybody you pick in the Big 12 is sort of a long shot, even though we know somebody's going to make it from there. Would you bring back General Valtard? I'm sure he'll come back at some point. Yeah, I'm sure he'll. He's not permanently retired. I'm sure he'll be back at some point. I think Arizona State can run it back in the Big 12. Yeah, maybe. I mean, they lost a lot of their offense, but here's the thing. Even without Scatterboo, they return a ton of production. A ton of production. The quarterback is back, and not a lot of people talk about him because they talk about Scatterboo, but that quarterback was really good last year. Is Levitt? Is that his name? Levitt, I think. So yeah, Arizona State I think will be good. I like Kansas State again. Now I was high on Kansas State last year and they disappointed me, but the quarterback's back, Avery Johnson, and he's my favorite player on that team. I like Kansas State, possibly Iowa State is always pretty good. I think Colorado probably will take a step back. BYU is always, you never know what you're going to get from them. Maybe they go 7-5, or maybe they're 10-2 again and fighting for a playoff spot. Bama up 10, 71-61. That's 132 points. We need 40 more. We're going to get that. We're going to hit the over, I'm pretty sure, in this Bama game. Florida game back on. Florida up 4. Now they're up 7. They just hit a 3. 45-38. Florida on a little run here to start the second half. They're up 45-38 with 19 minutes to go in the game. Second half just underway there. 12:50 to go in the Bama BYU game. 71-61, a 10-point lead for Bama. This is a Sweet 16 game. Winners, of course, advance to the Elite 8, which will be Saturday. Elite 8 games will be Saturday. Which, by the way, I am streaming this weekend. I don't know the schedule yet, and it'll be on Patreon. Now, a lot of you are on the Patreon page already. If you're not on the Patreon page and you've ever thought about joining it up, now would be a good time to do it. I stream every weekend, even in the off season, every weekend on Patreon. Let's see, there's the link. And I recently reset all the mods. So if for some reason you used to have a wrench and now you don't, wrenches are handed out on the Patreon stream. So even if you don't care about the basketball games this weekend, when I do the Patreon stream, at least come in there for a minute or two, leave a comment so I can see you in there and give you your wrench. There are games tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, so lots of opportunities to stream. Woo. Yeah, I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow. I'd like to do the I think the Kentucky-Tennessee game tomorrow is it could be the best game of the entire Sweet 16. I think that's going to be a really good game. I think Tennessee's a better team. I think most people think that, but Kentucky, I believe, beat them twice this season already. But I like Tennessee tomorrow, actually. I like Tennessee to win tomorrow. Bama up and in, layup 75-61, 14-point lead now for Bama. Tennessee has never beaten Kentucky in basketball this season. Yeah, that's what I think that's right. 0-2. I think they played twice and Kentucky beat them both times, but I actually like Tennessee this weekend in that one. Buckeye man, it's close, but since my pro team was just Vols are due. Boy. We're just going to apply the roulette strategy to everything in life from now on, Pete. Did you see that screenshot I sent earlier, Pete? Like 14 blacks in a row over there. Well, red was due for an hour and it never came. I took Texas Tech -2.5 in the first half. I like Texas Tech to win the game. I haven't made any bets on the night games for tonight yet, but Texas Tech plays Arkansas later tonight. I like Texas Tech to win that one. Duke plays Arizona. I like Duke to win that one, but I haven't made any bets on those games yet. Florida clinks a three-pointer off the front of the rim. They're up 4. 46-42 with 17 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second half. Look at the screenshot you sent me. Live, what does this say? Live casino unavailable. Player exceeds win-loss limit. Please contact your agent. Did you text the gypsy? How much did you win? Pete got banned from the roulette table for winning. You got to be the first person in history to get banned from roulette for winning. What the fuck, man? Damn, Pete. Oh, shit. Did you text the gypsy? It says text your agent. That's the gypsy. Text him. Say, hey, man, all that money I lost last month and you cut me off of the roulette table. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Florida up 6 now, 48-42, 16 and a half to go in the game. Florida with the ball, down low, wide open for the slam, 50-42. Florida on a run here. First 5 minutes of the second half, extended the lead out to 8 now. No way that guy got banned for that. Yeah, he sent me the screen. It's an online casino. It's an online casino, and he sent me the screenshot. Banned from roulette. Exceeded the win-loss limit. And he wasn't losing, because he showed me the screenshots earlier of the money he was winning. So he got banned for winning. I guess there's a weekly limit on how much money you can win. I don't know. 75-61. Bama's up 14. 11:58 to go in the game. BYU shooting free throws here. We need over 174 points, and we need Bama to win by more than 4. Right now they're at 137 points, so we need about 40 more points in the last 12 minutes of this game, and we need Bama to win by 4. $75-63 the score now. 12-point lead for the Gumps. Is there a summer slob event planned? Not that I'm aware of. There's a few of us that are going to Vegas around July 4th, but it's not technically a slob event. But anybody that wants to come is welcome to come. I'll be in Vegas from July 4th to July 9th. The ladies coming with me. I think Dula from the comment section who went with us in January, I think he's coming with his wife. But I don't know of any summer slob shit going on. No, I'm not going to make a "Your Season Is Over" video for basketball. If Tennessee gets knocked out and doesn't make a Final Four again, I'll probably make a video laughing about that just to irritate Tennessee fans, because, of course, Tennessee's never made a Final Four, and for some reason they get real pissed off when you mention that. Burgle, come on, put him on your blanket, dude. Everybody asking about you. It's a hello, we're doing to the Berg. Burgle's here. Raj doesn't come around the YouTubes that much anymore. Considering schedule difficulty, do you think it would be possible for Oklahoma to sneak into the playoffs if they went 9-3? That's impossible to say, because it depends what the records are of every other non-conference winning team in the country. If it comes down to a scenario like last year where there's too many 10-2 teams, then no. But if it comes down to where there has a 3-loss team has to get in because there's not enough 2-loss teams, then I think a 9-3 Oklahoma would get a lot of consideration because their schedule is so difficult. But from the minute the 12-team playoffs was announced, and it played out like this last year. I've been saying you need to, your goal for your team needs to be to go 10-2. You know, when a 4-team playoff, you had to be 11-1 or better. No 2-loss team ever got into a 4-team playoff. Now, a 3-loss team got in last year, but it was because they won the Clemson got in with 3 losses, but it was because they won the ACC. But as far as an at-large bid goes, your goal needs to be 10-2, because once you get that 3rd loss, you're likely to be clumped up with so many other teams. It becomes a crapshoot on whether or not you get in. Florida Gators will make the playoffs. Well, this isn't technically called the playoffs. It's called the NCAA tournament. But yeah, this is the closest Florida will get to any type of quote-unquote playoff, yeah. Because they're not getting the one in football. They never have. Ever. Not a single fucking time. Not once has Florida sniffed a playoff appearance. Bama for 3, drains it. 83-67. Back to a 16-point lead for the Gump Tards. Who's my number 1 team going into next year? I've only done one top 25 ranking this offseason. I did it in February. I'm going to do another one after spring practices in April. I believe I had Texas 1, Clemson 2, Ohio State 3. I think, you know what? Let me pull it up, because that's been a while ago that I did that, and I don't want to lie to you. Let me just pull that up. Now, I do 3 preseason rankings every offseason, so this may change. This may change. I do one in February, which is this one I'm about to show you. I do one after spring practice at the end of April, and I do a final preseason poll like the first week of August. So this could change, but this is what I have as of February. If I can get to it. All right, here it is. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Texas, Clemson, Ohio State, Penn State, Notre Dame, Oregon, Georgia, Iowa State, BYU, Miami. That's my top 10. That's my top 10. Again, this was done in February. It will change a lot when I do it in April, and it will change a lot again when I do it in August. So there's no point in anybody getting bent out of shape about where their team is at in that ranking. That poll is basically my initial reaction right after the season ends of what I think of next year. But a lot's happened since then. You know, spring practice has started. Some players have gotten injured. DJ Lagway hasn't thrown a single pass all spring for reasons unknown. There's all kinds of weird shit. So it'll change a lot. When I do the one after spring practice, and then it'll change again when I do the one in August. Florida with an easy layup. 10-point lead now for the Gators. That's great. We've got Florida -6. That's what we need over here. And Bama -4, which looks great. And over 174. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Florida is down bad. Well, in football they are. And they've been down for quite some time. Hell, they ain't won the SEC in what, 17, 18 years? Florida for 3. No good, but Florida gets the rebound. To the wing for 3 again. Drains it. There we go. Florida running away with it now. That's what I want to see. 55-44. Florida up 11. We've got Florida -6. Still a lot of time though. 14 minutes to go. Bama's now up 20. 88-68. That's 104. That's 156 points. So we're 18 points away from hitting the over 174. And there's a ton of time left, so we're gonna hit. It looks like we're gonna win both of these. It looks like we're gonna hit this parlay in the Bama game. So that'll be a big winner. That's a $200 winner if we hit it. Over 174 and Bama -4. And right now, both of those are on track to hit easy. Easy. Bama with the ball. Kicks it out. Long 3. Drains it. 21-point lead. 91-70. We're at 161 points with 8.5 minutes to go. So we're going to go way over to 174. And Bama's going to win by more than 4. So we're going to hit a big parlay here. This is good. This is a nice one. This is a nice one here. This makes up for Florida shitting the bed in the first half of this game. We're going to hit a $200 winner on this Bama game. Octavian, how come DJ Lagway is not allowed to throw the ball in spring practice? 0 pass attempts in spring practice for DJ Lagway. Why is that, Octavian? What's going on? What's up with Lagway, Octavian? How come he's not allowed to throw the ball? 0 pass attempts the whole spring practice? What's going on? Florida just hit another 3. 58-49. They're up 9. We are protecting him till fall camp. Protecting him from what? Is he going to hurt himself throwing the football? What kind of a quarterback do you have to protect from throwing the football? What, is his arm going to fall off if he throws a pass? So much for chemistry and timing with the wide receivers and all the pace of the offense and all that you practice in spring. No, DJ Lagway, not allowed to throw the ball. That's the only way to get him not to throw any interceptions. Lagway had 6 starts and 12 interceptions. 6 starts, 12 interceptions. And they built a statue for that deadbeat. 6 starts, 12 interceptions. They think they're going 100-0, and the guy's not allowed to throw any passes until August. Well, Billy Napier just continues to do dumb shit, doesn't he? Maryland with the ball down 10. We've got Florida -6. So we're going to have to sweat this one. The Bama game's locked up, but we're going to have to sweat this Florida game. We got Florida -6. Maryland hits a 2. Cuts the lead to 8. Florida now with the ball, 11:50 to go. They're passing the ball all over the place, Florida is. Long possession here, 5 seconds on the shot clock, down low. Now they turn it over. Nope, count it. They got it in right at the buzzer. Beat the shot clock for 2, back to a 10-point lead. Does Sunbelt Billy know what he's doing? No, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's got no idea what he's doing. He's still calling his own plays down there because their offense has been so great the last 3 years, right? Guy's still calling his own play. Won't hire an offensive coordinator. Still calling his own plays. What an idiot. The only reason he still has a job there is because the schools have to pay the players $20 million a year now. So Florida couldn't afford the buyout. That's the only reason he's still there. If it wasn't for that lawsuit and the schools having to pay the players $20 million a year, Napier would have been fired halfway through last season. Sunbelt Billy is as good a coach as James Franklin. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. I'm not lying, dude. Delete that before more people see it. Save yourself some embarrassment and delete that right now. Billy Napier is just as good as James Franklin? Holy shit. That's got to be the dumbest thing that's been typed in here today. That's got to be the dumbest thing that's been typed in here today. Got to be. You don't want me to read the rest of it. You say read it fully. You don't want me to because it gets worse. He can result but not coach is what you said. So it's broken English. It's a sentence that makes no sense, but that's the rest of it. He can result but not coach. No, he can't result. His result is a bunch of fucking losses. Come on, man. James Franklin averages 10 wins a year. Billy Napier doesn't even have a winning record. Come on, man. Stop. Stop it. I'm serious. Delete that because if anybody, other people might see that and make fun of you. No, you didn't say they were both good recruiters and not great coaches. That's not what you said. You said, quote, Sunbelt Billy is as good a coach, little game James Franklin. He can result but not coach. That's what you said. Here, I'll copy and paste it. Comparing James Franklin to Billy Napier at all in any way is dumb as fuck. James Franklin was winning 9 and 10 games at fucking Vanderbilt, dude. Billy Napier can't win 10 games at fucking Florida. Come on, man. Those two coaches aren't in the same planet. I mean, we got to do better than that, dude.
5-star dummy.
Got to do better than that.
5-star dummy.
Bama has hit the century mark, 100-77. So the over is already hit. We just got to make sure Bama doesn't fuck up at the end. We've got Bama -4. They're up by 21. There's no way BYU comes back. Bama's going to cover that 4. And they already hit the over 174. So that should be a big winner for Lou. That's a $200 winner on this Bama game. Come on, man. Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. That's a $200 winner. That's a $200 winner. Yeah, I know. Hey, Burgle, calm down, man. I had Bama money line and Florida -5.5. Well, you're sweating that Florida game like I am now. I've got Florida -6. Bama will win it all this year? I don't think so. I don't think so. I like either Florida or Duke. Where's Georgia? I'm not a Georgia. Did you think I was a Georgia basketball fan or something? No. Rocky Flute, you'll always be home sweet loss to me. 11-2 losses to A&M and Ole Miss. You don't play 13 games, Octavian. 11 plus 2 is 13. You only play 12 games. Why every time, Octavian?
5-star dummy.
Florida, chance for a 3-point play. They made a runner and they were fouled. So they've now got an 11-point lead, a chance to make it 12 with a free throw here. Is this the Warriors I am watching? Whoa, Todd, whoa. Doesn't the SEC play the same teams as last year, just switch the home and away? Yes. The SEC schedules are the same this year as they were last year, just switch home and away. Yeah. So, like, Texas plays at Georgia. Bama plays at Georgia. Ole Miss plays at Georgia. Texas plays at Florida. Oklahoma plays at Tennessee. Arkansas plays at Tennessee. Arkansas has one of the most brutal schedules in the SEC. I think Oklahoma's got the toughest schedule in the SEC. BYU with a rare bucket cuts the lead to 19. Alabama up 100 to 81. Florida now with a 10-point lead. Maryland has the ball. 66 to 56. Coming up on 9 minutes to go in the game. I've got Florida -6 for $100. Spin move. Maryland off the glass. No good. Florida with the rebound. Chance to increase the lead. Long three. No good. Florida gets the rebound. On the baseline now. Spin move, turnaround jumper. No good. And Florida called for a foul on the rebound. Be Maryland's ball. This would be the worst bad beat for Woo if Alabama puts it in neutral and lets this lead slip. You want to see me lose my mind, Jack Longley? That's exactly what would happen if Bama fucks up this huge lead and doesn't cover the 4 points. I would absolutely lose my mind. Do Mississippi State fans exist on your channel? Yeah. Now, the one that's around the most actually lives in Germany, believe it or not. His name is Sven, S-V-E-N. He lives in Germany. But he's a big Mississippi State fan. But now there's not as many Mississippi State fans as there are Tennessee or Florida, but there are some around. You gonna break some TVs, Woo, if they blow it? I don't know what I would do. The thing about a reaction is it's a reaction. It's not a skit or something that's planned. So I don't know what I would do. BYU just scored again. Lead down to 17. Does Alabama have all the woozies in or something? They must have took their starters out and put all the woozies in. Now, I get it. Get your guys some rest. You got to play again on Saturday. But holy fuck, man. At least drain the shot clock every time before you brick up a deuce. You know? For 3. Oh, there you go, Bama. Back to a 20-point lead. All right. I can calm down some now. Martin, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Good to see you in here. He says Miami will own Florida again. Carson Beck doesn't know how to lose to them, Lou. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Florida. Game's at Miami too, right? LSU needs to stop scheduling these major matchups. Game 1, we couldn't win Game 1 if it was against Helen Keller. Yeah, LSU, one of the weirdest stats in college football, honestly, right now. LSU has not won a Week 1 game since 2019. That's hard to believe. I don't know if there's another team in the country that hasn't won a Week 1 game since 2019. That's a wild stat, especially for a team like LSU. How many starters does Miami return? I don't know a number. I mean, they obviously lose Cam Ward and Restrepo, two of their best players from last year. I don't think offense is the problem. I mean, Miami will be fine offensively. It's the defense again for Miami. That's the question. If Miami's defense doesn't get any better, Miami's not going to make the playoffs. Period. It doesn't matter how good of a year Carson Beck has, or who they replace Restrepo with, or how good their running game is. I mean, they scored 60 points a game last year and couldn't make the playoffs. So, you know, they'd probably be better off slowing that offense down. Instead of scoring 60 a game, score about 40, keep the other team's offense off the field, and hope that you can play better defense and win a bunch of games, 38-28 instead of 45-40. Berg. What you been up to, dude? What you been doing, Berg? What you been doing, Burgle? Commercial break on both the games for really no particular reason at all. Oh shit, hold on. Are the other games about to start? Yeah, what time is it? 9:20? Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna let y'all make a pick on the Arizona Duke game, I guess. I don't even know why I do these polls with y'all, honestly. I think y'all have chosen either the favorite or the over every single time. I don't think y'all have ever picked the underdog or the under. But we're going to do it again. The first half line is 5.5. All right, start a poll. First half. Duke minus 5.5. Arizona plus 5.5. All right. Y'all vote in that poll. I'll keep it open for about 5 minutes. And whichever way y'all vote, I'll make a bet on the Arizona Duke game, which comes on in about 20 minutes. Well, it comes on after the Alabama game. And then the Arkansas-Texas Tech game comes on after the Florida game. Florida shooting free throws. 12-point lead now for the Gators with 8:13 to go. 68-56. I don't trust Arizona at all. All they really have is that Love kid. Well, yeah, I definitely think Duke's winning the game. The points, of course, is a lot harder to pick against. Who's texting me? I'm streaming in there. I have 24 text messages. Is someone dead? No. Happy Gilmore 2 will be out July 25th. Yeah, I saw the preview for that the other day. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm going to be honest, my expectations are not very high. Just because it seems like this happens once a year or so where they try to put something out or redo something or something and it just, like Gladiator 2. I don't know. So I'll watch it. I love Adam Sandler. Happy Gilmore's one of the greatest comedies of all time, but I'm going to keep low expectations so that I don't end up being disappointed. Seven and a half minutes to go. Florida is up 16 now, so they've gone on an 11-2 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Florida starting to pull away, which is great for the Pay-Lou movement. Of course, we've got Florida -6. Here's an update on the Pay-Lou movement. We are currently at 471. If Florida -6 hits, that'll be another $78, basically $80, 470. That'll put us at about 550. Alabama -4 parlayed with over 174. Both of those are going to hit. That's going to be another 200. That'll put us at 750. So we'll be up 750 for the week. We'll be up 750 for the week. It's a good week. That's a good week. Who's dumber, Woo? Octavian or Patriot News? Patriot News, believe it or not, is dumber than Octavian. Yeah. That guy, Patriot News, is dumber than Octavian. I know that seems impossible, but it's true. It is true. All right, Florida up 16 with the ball, 7 minutes to go. Underneath, wide open, easy layup. 18-point lead now. Florida opening up a can here on Maryland. Alabama with the ball up 20. Now they're up 23. 109 to 86. Under 2 minutes to go in that one. This is about to be a huge pay-loo bang here on this Alabama game. $200 winner. $202 or something. Minute and a half to go. Alabama with the ball and a 23-point lead. Maryland shooting free throws, but they're down 18 with 7:04 to go. We've got Florida -6 in that one. Did you bet any baseball today? Yeah, I went 4-1. Actually, hold on. I was 4-1. I haven't looked since I started streaming. What did we do in baseball? Yeah, 4-1, and the only game I have left is the Mariners tonight. So I went 4-1 in baseball today. I had the Yankees, the Orioles, the Red Sox, Pirates first 5 innings. Those were the 4 games I won. The game I lost, I had the Mets, and they lost. So I'm 4-1 in baseball today. With the Mariners game coming on at 10 o'clock, I've got the Mariners -1.5. Might get 200 points in the college games. Trending that way, a minute to go, and they're at 196. Florida, 16-point lead, 6:49 to go. They've got the ball, inbounding it on their own end of the court. Underneath, off the glass, no good. Maryland with the rebound. 6:40 to go now. Yeah, that is wild. Score 90. First of all, to score 90 and lose at all is wild. But to score 90 and lose by 25, yeah. That can't have happened very many times in college basketball history. Florida with the ball for 3. No good. Clank off the back of the iron. Maryland with a rebound. Maryland still down 16. No, down 14. I'm sorry. No, 16. They're down 16. In the lane. Hits the runner. Now down 14. 60 to 74. 5:45 to go. Florida up 14. We've got Florida -6. Alabama going to get one more shot in here for 3. Drains it. 113 to 88. There it is. That's over 200 points. BYU last shot of the game. No good. Clock stops with 5.2 seconds to go. Ball out of bounds. So that's it. Pay-Lou, big money. Big winner there. $200 winner on the Alabama game. Needed that after losing the first half of that Florida game. Maryland with the ball down 14, 5.5 to go. Runner, no good. Rebound is good. Now a 12-point game. All right, Florida, don't be fucking around now. 5 minutes to go. Florida's up 12. We've got Florida -6. Come on, Florida. Come on, Florida. Florida for 3. Bang. Drained it. 77-62. 15-point lead now for Florida. Do you conference predictions? I forgot. What? I do predictions for almost every team in every conference, but I don't start that till May. I do game by game predictions. So I don't just say I think Florida's going 7-5. Have a great day. I put the schedule up on the screen and I predict a win and a loss for every game on their schedule, and I do that for 40 teams. I usually start around the end of May on that, and then at some point during those team prediction videos in May and June and July, I'm able to determine then who I think is winning the conferences based off of my win-loss predictions for each team. Colorado and Syracuse could do a spring game. Yeah, Oklahoma State talking about it too. You like Florida by 10? In this game, I got Florida -6 in the Florida versus Maryland game. Is that what you mean? Maryland with the ball down 15. 4:40 to go. They get Florida with a foul there. Long bicycle ride for BYU back to Utah after this humiliating loss. I don't know if you've noticed. Octavian says Florida's going to whoop Texas by 10. I mean, Texas might be favored by 10. That's about the only 10 that will have to do with that game. What's your thoughts on teams playing other teams in the spring game? Forever I was against it, and I still would rather the spring games just stay like they were. But if the two choices I have are spring games going away or scrimmages against another team, I'll take the scrimmage against another team. I'd rather have something than nothing. But I'd rather they didn't try to fix shit that's not broken. There's nothing wrong with the way spring games have been operating for 50 years. It's one of the most popular fan events of the year for every single football school in the country. So I don't want it to. I'd rather it stay like it is. But if the choices are do away with it altogether or scrimmage another team, I'll take scrimmage another team. Let me go refill my water bottle, y'all. I'll be right back. All right. There y'all go, picking the favorite again. We'll end the poll. 72% of you like Duke minus the points. I'm not at all surprised. Not at all surprised. Y'all always pick the favorite. Always. I don't know if I like that bet, but y'all made it. I'm only going to do $25. I don't like that bet. Just telling you now. But that's what y'all picked, so here you go. Duke first half minus 5.5. $25 to win 22. I don't like that bet at all. I think y'all picked a loser there. But hey, y'all are 2-0. So if you lose one, you're 2-1. You know. Y'all got the first half bet in the Bama game, and y'all got the full game bet in the Florida game. Florida's up 18, under 3 minutes to go. So, barring complete disaster, they're going to cover that 6. Look at this. This looks good, don't it? Don't that look good? We're up to $674 for the week. Looks good to me. That looks good to me. Lou, biggest concern heading into the season? What, for Georgia? Well, the running back room is a mess. 4 new offensive line starters. No proven pass rushers on the outside. And a new wide receiver core. But, I mean, our wide receiver core was so bad last year that I'm not, you know, the new ones can't be any worse. So I'm not. It's not that I think Georgia's wide receivers are going to win the Biletnikoff Award, but there's no way they can be as bad as they were last year, so I'm not too worried about that. But offensive line and running backs are question mark. Is Gunnar Stockton the right QB? We'll find out. We'll find out. I mean, he played well against Notre Dame. You know, it wasn't his fault Georgia didn't beat Notre Dame. Dropped passes and couldn't run the ball. That's why we lost to Notre Dame. And special teams, you know. Give up that kickoff to start the second half. The turnover at the end of the first half. I mean, Gunnar fumbled that ball at the end of the first half, but that wasn't his fault. That was the left tackle's fault. I mean, he got completely blindsided. The left tackle completely whiffed on a block. Gunnar got blindsided, fumbled the ball. Notre Dame jumps on it. Scores on the next play or whatever it was at the end of the first half. And then to start the second half, we kick off to Notre Dame and they run it back 98 yards for a touchdown. I mean, that was the game there. I thought Gunnar played pretty good. That doesn't mean he'll play good next year, but we don't know. First year starter, you don't ever really know what you're going to get. I'd be surprised if he threw for as many yards as Carson Beck did. Hope we find a proven edge when the portal opens up. Florida's going to be hard to beat. In basketball, yeah. When Florida's clicking offensively, I don't know if anybody can beat them. I mean, they've got 7 players that can drain threes from all over the floor. It's unbelievable. When they get hot, I don't know if anybody can keep up with them. I'm chatting from inside Augusta National right now. What are you doing, working out there? They hire all kinds of people this time of year. What they got you doing out there? Uncle Lou, what's the most you've ever won? On one bet, $1,000 is the most I've ever won on one bet. On a sports bet. On a sports bet, $1,000 is the most I've ever won on one bet. Florida's probably going 5-7 this year in football. Well, that's about their average under Napier. So, yeah, that's a pretty safe bet. Pretty safe bet there. Gators changed up the offense this year. No, they didn't. Billy Napier is still your offensive coordinator, still your play caller. And you can't change up your offense in the spring when you have a quarterback that's not allowed to throw passes in the spring. So, no, you haven't changed up your offense at all. UJ cannot lose to Bama in Athens this year. Well, they are. They're gonna. They can't beat Bama. It doesn't matter how good or bad Georgia is or how good or bad Bama is. Georgia's not beating them. So they better beat Tennessee in week 3. Because if they lose to Tennessee in week 3, then they're going to they're going to be 2-2 after they lose to Bama. They play 2 high school teams. Georgia does. They'll be 2-0. Then they travel to Tennessee. Then they have a bye week, and then they host Bama. Well, we know they're losing to Bama, so they better beat Tennessee. Because if they don't, they're going to be 2-2 after 4 games. Yeah, Bama in Athens, week 5. The last weekend of September. Texas is going to whoop Florida in the swamp. Probably. Who's the best college football program right now? Georgia, then Ohio State. I'd probably put Oregon after that. Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon. Boy, it gets tough after that. You got a lot of teams sort of mixed in after that. Bama, Clemson. I don't know. I'm certain on my top 3. Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. Oh, I forgot about Texas. So my top 4 would be Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas. That would be the top 4. After that, it gets a lot harder. I left out Texas. But yeah, so Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas. That'd be my top 4. We have to wait till July to hear Colorado's smack. I made a Colorado video a couple of weeks ago talking about their schedule. There might be a little bit of smack in there. Mariners aren't ready for Friday Night Lights at McLean Stadium. Well, the Mariners ain't been ready for just about anything over the last few years. Auburn is a basketball skew. Florida's up 17. Maryland shooting free throws. 1:57 to go. We've got Florida -6. Free throw is good. That makes it a 16-point lead for Florida. Florida now with possession up 16. 1:50 to go. Looking to close this thing out. We've got Florida -6. So we're going to hit a $100 winner here, barring some kind of absolute disaster in the last minute and a half of this game. We've got Florida -6, and they're up 16, and they're just sitting on the ball. So, yeah, this one's over. Couple of big winners at the end here. Florida for 3, no good. But Florida gets the rebound. They're going to be able to drain another 20 seconds off the clock here. A minute 18, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Drive into the lane, dish it, rejected. And they're going to get Florida, I think, with a foul. Be Maryland's ball. No, shot clock violation. Shot clock violation on Florida. Maryland's ball with 1:06 to go. They're down 16. What are the odds of a 7-8 out of 8? What are the odds of a 7 out of 8 SEC team Elite 8? I'd have to go and look at all the games individually. I mean, I guess it's... I don't think Arkansas is winning. Well, let's just look at the rest of the games. So, I don't think Arkansas is winning. I think Texas Tech is winning. And then tomorrow... So 0. I think the odds are 0. Because there's only 7 teams left, right? And one of them has to lose because Kentucky and Florida play tomorrow. So I think Ole Miss will lose. I think Kentucky will lose. I think Auburn will win. So I'll say 0. I'm going to go ahead and say 0 on that. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say 0 on that. All right, 30 seconds to go. Florida up 18. Huge pay-loo movement here with the Bama game and now the Florida game. We ended up winning $300 on these 2 games. Y'all see how easy it is? It's literally that easy. Y'all see how easy that is? Ten seconds, clock running. That is going to be it, it looks like. That's it. Florida wins 87-71 by my math. That's 16 points. 16 is more than 6. Lou gets paid again. Let's update the pay Lou movement here. We were at 674. We had Florida -6 for 100 to win 78. Just waiting on it to update. We were at 674. Come on. Come on, Gypsy, bookie. Pay me my money. Pay him. Pay him, pay him, pay him. Pay him, pay him, pay him. There we go. 752. We're up to 752 for the week. So far, so good this week. Stay with football, Lou. Or else what? What are you going to do if I don't? What are you going to do if I don't? Rage type? Type. All right, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Had a good time. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me to watch these games. I'll be back on tomorrow for the Kentucky-Tennessee game. The Elite 8 this weekend, that will be on Patreon. Make sure you get yourself signed up. It's only $10 a month. I stream on Patreon every single weekend, year-round, unless I'm out of town. So almost every weekend. We have a really good time over there. And it's by far the best way to help support the channel. So if you enjoy what we do over here and you want to have some fun and support the channel, check out the Patreon page. There it is. I'll be on there this weekend for the Elite 8 games. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow for Kentucky versus Tennessee. Hope y'all had a great Thursday, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a good morning.